Hello, everybody. Hello, happy Wednesday. Y'all, we're streaming live on Wednesday this week. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being so patient with me today. We had company. If y'all were on the Creative Crew live last night, then you know Linda and her husband Frank stopped by traveling on their way home. They spent the night. This morning, we went over and got a batting for her quilt that I'm going to quilt for her. So it's been a busy morning. They are on their way home. So I pushed back the live so we didn't have to rush to get everything together this morning. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're going to be making the Farmhouse Easter Bunny tea towel. Y'all, I got all my stuff from the Dollar Tree. I'll show you that here in just a minute. So these are very budget-friendly projects that we're doing today, and there is a free pattern down in the description box. You can print that out and make this project with me or anytime you want. And one of the cool things about today's project is, even though I called it an Easter bunny, if you're someone who likes the farmhouse decor and you like bunnies in general, rabbits, this is kind of an all-year project. It would look so cute in your bathroom or your kitchen. It's a raw edge applique project, and it's super quick to put together. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much, Sherry. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're working at home today. Oh, it's so great to be with y'all. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. So let me go over just two things before we get started. Hello, everybody. Mid-April. I do not have an exact date. I'm going to finalize the date with Miss Penny here shortly, but Penny will be doing a virtual live craft room tour with us sometime at mid-month, like the week of the 12th. So keep your eyes open for that. I'm really excited for you to meet Penny. And next Thursday, we will be live, our normal day, normal time, 12 p.m., and we're going to be making the tulip quilt block, and I'll show you that here in a second, and that will be a free download as well. Free download as well. You'll see the chat topic. I just saw Amanda. She said, Whataburger is always a go-to. Yeah, we have one in our area. It is so good. Oh my goodness. Chat topic today, if you want to chat along, is what is your go-to restaurant when you want to go out to eat, but you can't decide where to go? I know we've all been in that situation. Neither one of us can decide where to go. So we have a couple of favorite different places that we go to. And it's just a given that we like, those few places. Hello, everybody. Sheila says, I just got the heart rag. Ooh, you just got it printed out, Sheila. Ooh, that's exciting. That's exciting. And I just wanted to say happy Easter to everybody. I thought that Easter was not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. And I thought it was funny that one of my kiddos, she kept sending me messages. What are we doing for Easter? I'm like, we have plenty of time to make plans for Easter. Last night, she sent me a message. What are we doing for Easter? I'm like, glory. But I didn't realize it's this Sunday. Happy Easter, everybody. Y'all, it just seems like in a blink of an eye, we were doing the traditional at-home block series when COVID, right after COVID, all the stuff started happening, right? And all the shutdowns, and we were all at home. Do y'all remember on Easter, we did the Easter Bunny block? It was applique, and that was part of the blocks that we did live every single day. There's the volume better this time. There we go. Nancy, can you hear me? Hopefully I just fixed it. I took that same bunny pattern and I reduced it for the project that we're working on today. So, yes, it's super cute. I'm going to switch the screens here in just a second, and you'll see the project that inspired today's project. You'll see the stuff that we're using, so you can run to the Dollar Tree and grab this stuff, and you'll see the pattern. I messed with the volume because I thought that it was too high, but are we good? Hopefully I fixed it. It's not fixed. Oh, glory. Oh, I see. Hold on one second. Last night I had issues with my mic too. Hold on a second. How is that? Is that better? Is that any better? Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's better. Yay! Last night I was having issues with my volume too. I don't know. It's a relatively new microphone. I know it's not going bad already. All right, y'all, I'm going to switch the screen so we can start taking a look at some of this fun stuff. We had such a good visit with Linda and Frank last night. All right, so this is the free pattern down in the description box. It's a 1-page PDF, very simple. There's 2 tracing templates. Y'all, this is the same bunny, the very same bunny that we did the Easter block last year. I just reduced it. There's a right side up template for those of you who want to do freezer paper applique. And then our mirror image, the bunny, for those of you who want to do like HeatnBond Lite, Wonder Under, any of the fusible products for applique. There is the mirror image bunny, and that's the one I'm going to be using. And I do have a scrap piece of HeatnBond Lite, and that's how I'm going to do my bunny for this project. Okay. And then, so take a look at this. Isn't this so cute? Weekend before last, we were at my aunt's house, and she had this hanging up in her kitchen. Her kitchen is strictly decorated in farmhouse decor. It is gorgeous. It's like a magazine, y'all. And she had this hanging up, and she saw me. I took a picture of it because I was like, ooh, we could make something like this, right? We could do that. And she saw me taking a picture of it. She's like, no, Lisa, just take the towel. And so she gave me the towel. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is what has inspired the project that we're working on today. So I took this and I went straight to the Dollar Tree when I left her house, and I came home and I made this one. So this is a towel from the Dollar Tree. All right. And so that was $1. They have them in all, 5 or 6 different colors. It's 100% cotton hand towel, the home collection from the Dollar Tree, right? So that's the towel blank that I'm using. For the white fabric, they had these, and this is a flour sack towel. This is also cotton, and this is huge. This is huge. I bought 2 of them. I left the tag on this one so you could see what it looks like. If you go to the Dollar Tree, you know what to look for. But I haven't even cut into this one. I bought 2 at the same time, and I've cut several pieces out of this, and it still has so much left. Now, y'all, this is very open weave. You can see right through it. See? But I put the HeatnBond on the back side of this, and you don't see the HeatnBond through that open weave, and it turned out great. So you could use any fabric you wanted to, right? But I was thinking Dollar Tree stuff, so that's what I'm using today. It's the flour sack towel from the Dollar Tree, and this could go in your stash and do all kinds of projects with it, right? You'll see on the towel that it does have a very open weave, but you don't see the fusible through it. Super cute. And then I'm just going to use my machine and just do a simple straight stitch. It still has the raw edge, just like this bunny. It looks like they've used embroidery floss, which is super cute, to stitch down their bunny, but I'm just going to be using some regular thread and stitching down the bunny that we're making today. And then for the tail, my Dollar Tree has a fabulous craft section. And I got lucky they had some white pom-poms. So our tails are a little bit smaller, right? See that? But look at all the pom-poms you get for $1. You get 80 of them. That makes a lot of bunnies or other projects, right? And so this was also from the Dollar Tree. So other than that, you just need a scrap piece of fusible or freezer paper if you're doing the freezer paper applique. And we can get started, right? I did use a little bit of Fabri-Tac glue. I'll show you what that looks like. It is a clear permanent glue for fabrics, and it bonds leather and wood and trims all kinds of stuff, but it dries very quickly and it's waterproof. You could wash this. The pom-pom's not going to come off. And that is how I attach the pom-pom. You'll see that when we get to that part. And yeah, super easy, just like that. Remind me to show you the tulip quilt block when we get to that, okay? That's next week's project. I'm going to put him right there and start tracing. I did not do any of this beforehand because it really only just takes a few minutes. What kind of plans do y'all have for Easter? Do you have any plans? We leave tomorrow to go camping. That's the reason why we're streaming on Wednesday this week. But we are only camping about 15 minutes away from the house. So I'll actually be commuting back home to work some and commuting back home to stream next week. And if the internet is good, maybe we can stream from the campground. I don't want to commit to that until we check out what the internet is going to be like. So I'm just tracing this bunny right on the line. Kind of on the line. So I have not even thought about Easter yet. It kind of snuck up right on me. It sure did. All right, so there's our bunny. I'm going to heat up my iron because she's been sleeping for about an hour. I'm going to trim away some of this extra HeatnBond because I don't want to waste it. And this is just going to go right in my scrap bin for small little things, right? I don't want to waste that. That's good. That's a valuable little chunk of HeatnBond. I'm going to put that over to the side. Oh, Vicky, you had lower back surgery. Oh my goodness, how are you doing? Zella, you're going to have church and dinner with your son and his kids. Aww. Hey. I'm going to try to find the right side of this tea towel. The seam is folded over to that side. So I'm going to fuse my bunny to the wrong side of this tea towel. So this looks like the wrong side. Hello, Diane. Thank you so much for moderating for me. Thank you so much. I'm going to pull this over a little bit so you can see. There we go. I'm going to put the wrong side of this flour sack facing up. Try to get that wrinkle out a little bit. There we go. And now I'm just going to fuse the bunny right on there, and we're going to cut that out. Just like this. Y'all notice we're not shaking. Oh, yeah, we are shaking a little bit. I moved my camera over a little bit. It's not quite as shaky as it was last week. After last week's live, has anybody considered doing the jelly plate printing on fabric? It's so much fun. Look, I've cut 3 bunnies out of this and I still have a lot of this left. It's pretty huge. So I'm going to put that off to the side. And now we can start cutting out our bunny. Oh, at least y'all are still just doing takeout in Quebec. Wow, pretty much all of our restaurants here in my area of Virginia have opened back up. The only one who I've noticed that hasn't opened back up is Golden Corral near my house. There's a Golden Corral in a city about 15 minutes away. That one is open. And the one near my house says opening soon. But that's the only one I've noticed that hasn't opened up yet to some capacity. They're not open the way that they used to be. Let me cut some of that extra off. But to some capacity, they are opening back up here. And usually I do all of this part before we start the live. But we had guests overnight. And I didn't want to take out any time from spending with them while they were here if I could help it. And we're just cutting right on the line. Ooh, Lisa said you could dye that flour sack any color you wanted to. Ooh, that's such a great idea. I guess you could, couldn't you? It's cotton. Ooh, okay, so you know me. I would love to tea stain it. That would be gorgeous. That would be awesome. All right, so the ears are not the friendliest things to cut out. I'm just going to let you know. Once you get past the ears, I think the rest is easy. You could scan this with your brother's Scan and Cut and have it cut out for you. That's what you could really do. If you have a brother Scan and Cut, you could just scan that PDF and have the machine cut it out for you. If I were making a whole bunch of them, that's exactly what I would do. All right, but that didn't take forever, did it? All right, so there's our bunny. It's going to actually go on the towel just like this. What did I do with the towel? I put it over there. All right, let's cut the little tag off of this. Like that. So there goes the tag. Now I'm just going to open this up. Oh, there's another little plastic thingy. There we go. You probably don't want to leave that on there when you're pressing in case your iron hits it. I'm going to leave it folded just like this so I can get a really good placement of where I want the bunny. See that? It's folded just the way it came from the store. And then I'm going to peel this paper right off the back. See the shiny stuff? That's the fusible. And now we can just play with the little placement. Just like that. Remember, we're going to have a little pom-pom for the tail. So that's going to take up a little space. I think that looks super adorable. I'm just going to fuse that right. Just like it is. Just like this. Catherine is supposed to have snow overnight. Oh my glory. Y'all, the trees here are gorgeous. We've got the cherry blossoms. they're bloomed in full right now. The tulips are fully bloomed. Those are gorgeous. We have some pink and purple trees getting ready to bloom. And all of our big trees have green sprouts where the leaves are going to be. All right. Our bunny is fused down. I'm going to let that cool off for a second. There we go. See, you don't even see the fusible through that open weave. It works out perfectly. And the open weave kind of gives it the kind of like a canvas look without it being canvas. You know what I'm saying? Cute. We're going to let that cool off for a second. Adele, you can't find freezer paper in any of your local stores. I know that Walmart carries it, and I know you can order it online. Places like Amazon carries it. I know Walmart has it. I'm not sure about places like Target, but if your grocery stores don't carry it, try some bigger stores or go online. All right, we're just going to let him cool off. So the example one, y'all, this is super cute, but you know that I don't do much hand sewing, right? It looks like they've used a nice thicker DMC kind of thread to stitch down this bunny. And I think it's adorable, right? I'm not quite sure I could do that with my machine. I have not experimented with it or with a thicker thread, but that's what it looks like they've used. And it even has a little sheen to it. It's probably not showing up in the camera, but in person, that thread has a little bit of a sheen to it, like a DMC thread. I've just loaded some AK Trading Company thread in my machine and in my bobbin, and we're going to stitch this down with a straight stitch. I didn't even put on my free motion foot, which would probably make it a lot easier. But I have my open toe foot on, and I'm just going to outline the bunny, and it doesn't have to be perfect or precise. And we're going to do that next. Ooh, Ella's Bradford pear trees are blooming. Those are so pretty, aren't they? I think Bradford pears are gorgeous, but they're a little stinky. Have you noticed? They have a little stink to them. Ooh, Sheila said maybe it's a pearl cotton thread. Maybe so. I'll have to take a look. In the stores, I don't have any of that. All right, so I'm going to switch over to the sewing machine. Here we are over here. I'm going to open the towel up. Okay, so it was folded. I'm just going to open it up so we're not actually sewing it together. Open it up like that. And we're going to do a straight stitch. Y'all, you could do any kind of stitch that you wanted to sew this bunny down. You don't have to do the straight stitch. I'm just going to do the straight stitch because I think it's cute and it's pretty quick. And I'm staying away from the very edge. I would say about 1/8 away from the raw edge. And we're just going around the entire bunny. Because I'm using a straight stitch, I'm not even going to add any kind of interfacing on the back side. The straight stitch doesn't really put any tension on the towel, so we won't have to worry about puckering or any of that stuff. If you did a satin stitch, you probably want to use like a cutaway stabilizer on the back side. Something that'll stay in there and you cut the extra away just to support your stitches. Ooh, we got a little close to that edge. So my stitch line is a lot thinner. The light is really bright. You'll see it here in a second, but it's still super cute. You could even use a white thread and it would just blend right in, right? And you can pretty much see how quick this project goes. You could make a whole bunch of these. Pretty quickly. Coming up the first ear. And turning it and coming back down. Then we'll go over to the second ear. I do think a free motion foot would be really quick with this. I would probably be done already, but I wanted to show that you don't have to do it that way. You could do it with your regular foot as well. And this is probably how a good chunk of the majority of people would do this anyway. Stitching it down. Something like this. I'm going to trim that little thread where we started. I did not do a back stitch where we started down here. When I get down to here, I'm just going to travel past where we started and then just do a little back stitch. I think that finishes a little bit neater for me. And that'll lock it in place. Yeah, they had these little tea towels in about 5 different colors. And sometimes they have even more than that, you know, depending on the time of the year. They have different ones. All right, there's where we started. I'm going to just go right past it. And then just do a couple of back stitches to lock that in place. And that's it, y'all. There is the bunny up close. I'll probably clean that up a little bit right where I did the back stitch. Isn't that cute? Very quick and simple. So there is our bunny. I'm going to go ahead and fold this right back in half, or the way that it came, right? So it was like this and like this. The creases are still in it from being new. And like that. And that way I can get a really good placement for the little pom-pom we're going to use as the tail. Here's my little pom-poms. I cut a slit in the back. Isn't that cute? All right, so there's our Dollar Tree pom-poms. Again, I'm using the Fabri-Tac glue. This will stay permanent, so you can wash this towel. I mean, I would let it sit and dry probably overnight. But whenever you're ready to wash it after that, you can certainly wash this and your little tail is not going to come off. I'm going to be a little generous with the Fabri-Tac glue. See that? That was pretty generous little dollop of glue. Put your lid back on your Fabri-Tac so it doesn't dry out. And then you can just place the little pom-pom and apply a little bit of pressure. This stuff dries fairly quickly. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of pressure so it gets right in the fibers of the fabric, the pom-pom, and the tail. And we just have to hold it like this for a second. Right? Very cute and simple, but oh, it's so... It looks like something you would buy, right? You could even embroider someone's name in there or right down here. Wouldn't that be cute? Ooh. There's some Easter basket ideas, y'all. Yes. So look how nice and neat and easy that was. Once that grabs, I'm going to open up the inside. Well, here, this one was made the same way. I'm going to let that pom-pom sit and dry for a second. I'll open up the inside of this one, and you can just make out the outline of the bunny. It just kind of really blends in. And that's because I used a straight stitch. If you used a satin stitch, I would recommend using a cutaway. So you would see the cutaway stabilizer on the back, right? And then the outline of your stitches. But that's a straight stitch, and you can barely even see that on the end. Oh, you can see the little ears right there. See that? So it looks nice and neat on the inside. And that's it, y'all. I love these Dollar Tree budget-friendly projects. And really, to be honest, the first time you go, buying the pom-poms, $1. Buying the flour sacks, $1. You can cut so much out of this. Y'all saw how big it was, right? So this will make tons and tons of projects. And then you're just buying the dollar towels, right? And sometimes they have towels where you get 2 for $1, 50 cents a piece. These were the ones you buy them singly for $1. But look how cute that is. Yes. So now I have 2 of them. Aren't they cute? I think I did a little bit better job stitching down this bunny than I did this one, but it's still really cute, right? Yes. And that's it, y'all. Super easy, super simple, and budget friendly. Yes. Yeah, aren't they cute? I love bunnies anyway. I love bunnies. I've collected bunnies for, wow, since I was a teenager. And so this was right up my alley. I would use this year round and not just at Easter time. I would put these in my kitchen all through the year. Sheila said, where is this fabulous Dollar Tree with the amazing craft section? You know what, Sheila? I read online that Dollar Tree is upping their game in all their stores. So if you have Dollar Trees around you that have not started revamping their crafting section, I guarantee you soon that they might be, because I saw it on the Googles not that long ago. They were talking about how, let's see, who was it? Was Joanne Fabric recently went public with their stocks or whatever. And yeah, they were talking about that kind of stuff. And they said Dollar Tree is revamping their craft sections in the majority of their stores. So keep an eye on it. Ours has canvases, fabrics, paints, all kinds of little gadgets, wood signs, galvanized metal signs, all kinds of stuff. Sheila, you live in York County. Oh, you do? You're really? You're not far from me. I live right across the street from Busch Gardens. We'll have to have a Dollar Tree date. The Dollar Tree that I like to go to is like 5 minutes away from my house on 143. Yeah, ooh, that would be fun. You're going to have to reach out and let me know. I don't know if you know where the Food Lion is on 143. What else is in there? There's a little restaurant in the parking lot. There's a Tidewater Sew and Vac in the same shopping center. That one. Yes, 143. Past Penniman, right? Okay, so if you're on 143, past Penniman Road, right on the right, same shopping center as Food Lion. That's the Dollar Tree. All this stuff came from. Yes, isn't that cute? Y'all, I feel like we just flew by this project today. That should tell you how quick and easy it is, right? I'm going to set him over there like that. So next week, this is what we're doing. We're going to revisit traditional quilt blocks. And you can add this to your notebook. Remember, we were all making little journals as a collection of the quilt blocks. This is the tulip quilt block. Isn't she pretty? This is what we're doing next week. I do have a free pattern. I have not put it in the thumbnail, but the thumbnail is up on my channel so you can set a reminder. In the next day or so, I will go add the free pattern. It's just an easy one-page PDF that tells you the sizes of all the pieces and gives you a quick little instructions on how to put it together. But if you want to wait for me, this is what we're doing next Thursday. Ooh, I'm going to stain my tea. I'm going to tea stain my fabric ASAP. Yes! It's supposed to snow in Ohio soon. Get out of here. Beth, you're in Ohio and it's going to snow. That's crazy. Sherry said, the price I pay for this great weather is living so far away from Lisa. I know, you're so far away, Sherry. That's all right. One day we're going to come out that way and visit. Does this look familiar to anybody? I did not invent this quilt block, y'all. This quilt block has been out for years and years and years. But a couple of years ago, like 3 years ago now, maybe 2.5 years, somewhere in there, I did a little mug rug pattern. Well, a little bit bigger than a mug rug, but it's square. And I called it Spring is Coming, and it's orientated like this. And I did this in all free motion applique. So it was no piecing. It looks pieced. It's hanging up on my wall, or else I'd show you. It looks pieced, but it's not. It's all free motion applique. So if you want to go search for that video, it's up. This one is all piece work. It's patchwork. We're going to be working with half square triangles and then piecing this block together. Super duper easy. So I hope you join me for that one. This is just one of those quilt blocks that you can add to your journal. Just another one that you can make all kinds of different quilts with it. Samplers or a whole complete tulip. There's so many ways you can arrange this to make some really fantastic quilt designs. It's fun. Vicky's in Upper Michigan and it's snowing. I kind of expect that in Michigan, right, Vicky? But coming down this way, I'm thinking we should have warmer weather, right? Like Ella said, it was in the 70s yesterday, and tonight, and it might snow. That's crazy. Diane 57. Yes, I forgot to mention this. Okay, so this finishes at 12.5 by 12.5. Very good quilt block size, right? When we did all of those live videos with the traditional quilt blocks, they finished at like 6.5, 8.5, 10.5, and 12.5. This one is 12.5. Now you could do it smaller. You'd have to redo the math on the half square triangles and this piece, right? But it's pretty simple. But yeah, you could make it smaller if you wanted. You could also make it bigger. But this one that we're making is 12.5. Yes, on point. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, it's so pretty like that. Yes. Debbie, I know that we have some storms coming in this afternoon, I think, but I have not watched the extended forecast yet. Don't tell me it's supposed to snow here. Do not tell me that. I don't want any more snow. Not like we had a bunch. We had a lot of snow showers, no real snow accumulation this year, but I'm ready for warmer weather. It's supposed to be cold. Oh, I don't want to hear that. I don't really want to know that. That's all right. I guess I'll have to bundle back. I guess I'll have to freeze my toes off because, y'all, we're going into flip-flop season. And I'm trying to, although it really hurts my foot. I've been wearing flip-flops. Probably shouldn't. But I'm ready for the flip-flop weather. So yep, this is what we're doing today. I hope you make a whole bunch of these. Y'all, it couldn't be more budget friendly than this project. I'm going to tell you that right now. That is pretty budget friendly. Right? If you make these little rabbit tea towels, I would love to see them. There's a link to, let me switch the camera. There's a link to the Creative Crew down in the description box. If you make some of these, I would love to see what you do. I mean, you don't have to use the white fabric for the bunny, right? You could use all kinds of fabric. I would love to see how you make yours if you want to share pictures. That link is in the description box. For those of you on Patreon, today the 31st, yep. Tomorrow, I'm going to be putting up your free pattern. That is, see that hexy pattern right there? Y'all get that free. It's an exclusive Patreon only pattern. That's going to go up on the page tomorrow. And I will also be posting the date for our monthly Zoom for Patreon tomorrow as well. But just to let you know, it's going to be on the 24th. Vicky, you're right. She said, soon you guys will be yelling, it's too hot. You're right. I know. That's kind of where we are in the country, though. We experience all the 4 seasons. And just by the time you've had enough of one, you're going into another. So, yes. And I'm guilty of that. My favorite is fall. But spring is my second because I love the temperatures of both, right? I'm not a summer girl and I'm not a winter girl. I'm fall and spring. Yeah, see, Debbie lives like 45 minutes, well, if there's no traffic, an hour, really, if normal commuting time away from me. And so it's 82 today, 54 tomorrow, and 48 on Friday. I could do 48. It's much better than 38 or 28. Yes. Y'all, it's been so, I feel like we just rushed right through today's live. I feel like we rushed right through it, and I don't really have too much other to say. Other than Linda and Frank, if you're watching, I'm so glad you had a chance to stop by. We stayed up. It was after midnight when we went to bed. And we had the best time. She was here for the Creative Crew Live. If you missed that, she was there for that. And then we just all stayed up and talked. And then this morning we went shopping a little bit. And yeah, she left a quilt top and back for me to quilt and send to her. So that's exciting. So yeah, thank y'all so much for stopping by, for coming out of your way to stop by and spend some time with us. Right, Pam? Isn't that so cute? It really is. I'm going to put it back on that one more time. There you go. Isn't that so cute? It really is. I'm looking forward to next week. This should go by pretty quickly as well. And so to let you know, the thumbnail is up for this, but the pattern is not listed yet in it. Give me a day or two and I will post that in the description box. So just keep checking, but it will be in the next day or so, because if you want to sew with me live, I want you to have plenty of time to cut out your pieces, right? Yes. All right, y'all. I feel like this has gone by really super fast today. I hope you have a fantastic Easter. I hope it's wonderful for you. Even if it's snowing, I hope it's fantastic for you. And I'll look forward to seeing you next week. Yes, let me find the button. I always have to find the button. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out and spending some time with me. Have fun creating, everybody. Bye.